If you are looking for a scholarship that will give you up to $48,000 to cover your tuition fees, then this video is for you. This scholarship is for both undergraduate and postgraduate applicants. But before we get into it, if you are new here, you are welcome to my channel. And if you've not subscribed, please subscribe, like, share and comment and help support my channel. Let's get started. Today we are at the University of Western Australia and we are going to talk about the Global Excellence Scholarship. Now it says that the University of Western Australia is offering the Global Excellence Scholarship to high-achieving international students from across the globe who choose to study with us. We are starting with the award details, that's the benefits. The scholarship is for undergraduate and postgraduates. We are going to start with the undergraduate. It says here that the Global Excellence Scholarship is an annual tuition fee discount for normal full-time duration of the awardee's course as specified in their letter of offer. The value of the scholarship is determined by the applicant's equivalent Australian tertiary admission rank or UWA weighted average mark. When you apply to a program at UWA, based on your qualification, they are going to rank it. The ATAR for undergraduates and then the UWA for postgraduates. Now let's see the awards based on the ranking. It says that 2025 scholarship value based on undergraduate score. If you score ATAR of 98 plus, this is what you're going to receive. It says scholarship value per year is $12,000. Scholarship value over 3 years, that is if your program is a 3-year program, you're going to receive $36,000. And then scholarship value over 4 years, if it's a 4-year program, up to $48,000. This is when you rank 98 plus. Now let's move to the next one. If you rank 90 to 97.95, this is what you're going to receive. It says that scholarship value per year is $10,000. Scholarship value over 3 years, that is if your program is a 3-year program, you're going to receive $30,000. And then scholarship value over 4 years, $40,000. Then the last one is 85 to 89.95. If this is your rank, this is what you're going to receive. Scholarship value per year is $6,000. Scholarship value over 3 years is $18,000. And scholarship value over 4 years is $24,000. So this is for the undergraduates. Now let's go down and check the postgraduates. 2025 scholarship value based on postgraduate score. If your WAM score is 85, this is what you're going to receive. Scholarship value per year is $12,000 and the total scholarship value is going to be $24,000. This means you're going to receive $12,000 each year for 2 years. Then the next one is 75 to 84.99. The value is $10,000 per year and then up to $20,000 for 2 years. The last one is 65 to 74.99. If this is your rank, you are going to receive $6,000 per year and then the total value is $12,000. That is for 2 years. To be able to know what you are going to rank before you make the application, they have an international conversion. So you can click International and Overseas Qualification. Let's click this and see the conversions. This is the international and overseas qualifications. There are several qualifications here. It says that the following qualification achieved at a certain level make you eligible to apply for admission to UWA. If you go through this and you see your country's qualification, it means you are going to know your rank and know if you are eligible to apply to this program. They have A-levels or Cambridge Advanced Level Examination. So if you have that, you can check that. They have International Baccalaureate. They have Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education. There is South African National Senior Certificate. Unfortunately, there is no certificate for most West African countries, but it says here that other programs or qualifications can be considered on individual basis. So when you submit it, they are going to consider it individually. You won't be able to know your rank from here, but they are going to check it. So if you are from India, you can just click this. It says all Indian Senior School Certificate points ATAR equivalent. So if you had 9, then the equivalent is 75. If it's 11.5, then 80. You can check your points and see the equivalent so you know what you're going to rank. It will also help you to know how much you're going to receive if you're able to get the scholarship. Then here we have eligibility. It says students from all countries are eligible. So this scholarship is for all international students. You will need to have received an offer for an eligible undergraduate or postgraduate course at the University of Western Australia for 2025 intake. You must have achieved an equivalent of minimum ATAR 85 or minimum WAM 65. So if it's an undergraduate, you must have achieved minimum of 85, and if it's a postgraduate, 65. If studying an approved international academic pathway, students must have achieved a WAM equivalent of more than 75. This is the general eligibility. Now let's check the undergraduate eligibility. It says that to be eligible to be considered for the scholarship, a candidate must be applying for an eligible undergraduate bachelor's degree or assured pathway course. The following exclusions apply. So these are excluded in the applications: assured pathway to medicine and then assured pathway to dental medicine. Before you are considered for the scholarship, you need to be applying to a program at the university. It says for the postgraduate, to be eligible to be considered for the scholarship, a candidate must be applying for an eligible postgraduate degree by coursework. The following exclusions apply: Juris Doctor, Doctor of Medicine, Doctor of Dental Medicine, Doctor of Optometry, UWA micro credentials. Then we have how to apply. The scholarship is automatically awarded to those who are eligible based on ATR or WAM requirements. Then you click on the first question at the frequently asked questions. It says, how do I apply for the Global Excellence Scholarship? The answer is separate scholarship application is not required. Please submit an application to your chosen course. Our admission team will automatically assess your eligibility for a Global Excellence Scholarship once you provide your final transcript. So there is no application for the scholarship. You just apply to your program and then you are considered for the scholarship. There are other questions here, so if you have questions about the scholarship, you can go through them and then it's going to answer it. Now let's see how to make an application to a program at the university. To find the programs and make your application, you are going to go to courses. Here it says school leavers, non-school leavers, and then postgraduate. School leavers is for students who are applying direct from their high school education, who are applying for undergraduate. So they don't have a break. They just completed high school and then they are applying for an undergraduate program. If that is you, you click school leavers. Now, school leavers is for those who have a high school diploma but took a break or could not start the undergraduate education. This is for you if that is you. And then we have the postgraduate study. For the purpose of the video, we are going to check the postgraduate. Here it says explore courses and careers, and these are the study areas. They have architecture and design, business and commerce, data and computer science, education, engineering, health and biomedical sciences, humanities and social sciences, law, music and fine arts, natural and physical sciences, and then psychology. So let's click this tab and browse all the courses. Here are the postgraduate programs. There's a lot of programs here. They have 212. So when you go through it and you find your program, you can then make your application. Now let's click on one. We are clicking on the Master of Education. This is the program page. When you come down here, you're going to get details on the program. It says this course is designed for professionals in education who wish to expand their expertise and career possibilities. So you can find your program and find details on it. Let's click on admission requirement. This is the admission requirement, so let's click view full details. It says to be considered for admission to this course, an applicant must have a 3-year bachelor's degree and a graduate diploma or equivalent qualifications as recognized by UWA, or a 4-year Bachelor of Education or graduate diploma in education or Master of Teaching or an equivalent qualification as recognized by UWA. Please note that this qualification is for this particular program. I just wanted to give you a fair idea of what to expect, so you are not going to continue. You can just check your program and see the qualifications you need. Then the English competency says English is the language of instruction and assessment as UWA, and you will need to meet the English language requirement of the university to be eligible for a place. So let's click this and see the requirement. Here they have the qualifications you need to have to be able to apply, and it says Australian tests and qualifications. You are not checking that. We are checking the international tests and qualifications. Let's click this. These certificates can be used to prove your English proficiency. So if you go through it and you find your country, you can use that to prove your proficiency. When you come down here, there are several certificates. You can check that they have IELTS certificates too. And the last one, which is the most important and what I want us to check, is Overseas Secondary Studies Taught and Examined in English. Secondary teaching and examination in English is acceptable if deemed equivalent to Australian matriculation, Year 12, with a pass in final year English paper, completed within 2 years of application. So if you went to a secondary school where English was a medium of instruction, you can use that to make your application and prove your English language proficiency. Then we have degree studies taught and examined in English outside Australia. The first one is for specific countries, but the next one is at least 2 years of successful full-time or equivalent degree level studies undertaken and examined in English at a tertiary institution outside Australia and assessed by UWA to be equivalent to Australian degree studies as set out in the admission policy appendix. This means that if you had your undergraduate studies in English outside Australia, you can use that to make your application and prove your English language proficiency. Now, to make your application, you go to how to apply and then we click on apply now. This is how you create an account and start making your application. You can sign up or log in if you've been here before. So let's click sign up. You're going to create your profile. So you enter your name and then your family name, that's your surname, and then your email, and you click sign up. After you've signed up, you can then start making your application. Please note that the scholarship does not have any separate application. After you've made this application to the program, you are going to be considered for the scholarship. Good luck to all those who are going to apply, and I hope this video has been helpful. If it has, don't forget to like, subscribe, share and comment and help support my channel. See you in the next video. Bye.